Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and today I found for you guys some of the brand new 2023 Epic Evos. I was scouring on Specialized.com as I always do, and found in a different region some of the new models they released and the new colors. So in today's video, we're gonna go over the models they released. The prices are in Australian, so I'll try to convert them over to USD as best as possible. But I'll go over the colors, because obviously everyone wants new colors. The upgrades they made from last year to this year. And they have the full lineup from the Epic Evo all the way up to the Comp, the Expert, the Pro, and the S-Works as well. And they changed some components throughout there as well. Price increases, I'm sure that's going to be there. Inflation's crazy right now. But the Epic Evo is one of their most popular bikes. It's very hard to get here down in South Florida. It came onto the scene pretty strong in 2020 when they changed it. It basically took the Epic, their flagship bike, their race cross-country bike that had 100 millimeter travel in the front, 100 millimeter travel in the rear with a proprietary brain technology, and they got rid of the brain on these bikes because they wanted the consumers wanted a bike that they could work on at home, and they didn't need to have a proprietary brain there. So they made a bike that didn't need the brain on there. They still made a great XC race bike, and they just made the travel a little bit longer, as you're seeing more and more bike companies do, like the Scott Spark RC with 120 mil travel. You're seeing these bikes have that longer travel for the reason of these XC courses and these courses nowadays. People want bigger travel so they can go into features faster. They're more confident going over these features so they don't have to slow down as much with speed. Similar to wider tires and road bikes. Everyone wants comfort, and they figure that comfort equals faster. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm going to shrink my head for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy some nice music. So starting off with the Epic Evo. This is the base model. This is going to be the starting price point. Now, they don't make an aluminum version of the Epic Evo. Any kind of Epic Evo will be full carbon. This one's saying 5,700 US AUD. So let's see what that translates over to USD. So 3,700 USD. I would probably assume it's going to be right around 37, maybe 35. I don't know. Prices might change. I don't know. And this is all... usually whenever you see a bike that's on Australia's website, they go over to the Western market as well, to United States. But colors could change, prices could vary. So let's keep that in mind. But they have this kind of gold color. I don't know how I feel about it. It looks like a mustard. I'm sure it'll look a little bit better in person. I will do a video on it once I get it. It looks like a satin color. But you can see here we have a little RockShox Deluxe Fox on here. You have a RockShox Reba. Both are air suspension. You have the dropper pose as usual, but with the Epic Evo, what you're getting is 120 millimeter travel in the front and 110 millimeter travel in the rear. These bikes are known to have what's called a flip chip in there that they come in a high position, but you can flip them to a low. What that'll do is it'll change the fork degree by half a degree to either give you more rake or less rake. If you want more rake for it, maybe you're going downhill, or if you want less rake for more cross country and more agile. And also, it can also, while doing that, it's going to adjust the head tube angle or the steer angle. It can lower the bottom bracket or raise the bottom bracket 10 millimeters when doing that as well. So that way you have more clearance or less clearance, or you're more stable to the ground. So this bike, it's almost a do-it-all bike. A lot of people are buying this bike so that way they can crush lap times on Strava, or if they want to have a nice playful bike that they can maybe hit some jumps with, hit some features, not have to worry about having such a small amount of travel. You can basically hit whatever you want with it and have fun. So it's a really cool bike. Very playful. You have here a SRAM 1x front chainring, the 12-speed in the rear. Looks like a mechanical NX system. Nothing crazy. And then all the Epic Evos are going to come with a 4-piston brake. So this looks like a SRAM Guide 4-piston brake. Oh, these are SRAM level maybe. You get a dropper post, which all the Epic Evos will come with. And then you get ground control tires front rear. Nothing crazy, but it looks pretty cool. And this is the other color. This is a midnight blue. How you feel about that? Are you serious right now? Colors aren't that bad. But for entry level, I like to see a little bit more cool colors. There are some badass colors here. There's a bike that I absolutely love. Okay, so next one will be the Epic Evo Comp. This one is 7,100 Australian dollars. So 7,100 Australian dollars relates to $4,600. So I'm hoping that it's going to be around the $4,500 price point. But who doesn't love a all-white bike? It looks clean. It looks fresh. Again, we have the same rear shock in the back. We have an upgrade on here. We have a RockShox SID Select fork on here with a little bit thicker stanchions, which is nice. You get a 35mm stanchion. Again, same travel. You're always going to have the same travel throughout this whole period. The only thing you're going to get when you upgrade to tier levels is you're going to get nicer shocks that are going to be a little bit lighter, have better or less shock stick going in and out of travels or turns. And yeah, the bike will be very nice. You have an X-Fusion dropper post. We have here ground control tires, T7, same tires front and rear, probably a 2.35. Again, the same kind of 4-piston brakes. And same drive. No, this is okay, so now you're getting a mechanical GX group set, which is a nice upgrade. The GX is tried and true. I know people want to see a $4,500. That's not bad. $4,500. You're getting a mechanical 12-speed system. The GX is phenomenal. I know people want maybe a Shimano or something like that, but the GX has been tried and true. It's literally just a little bit more robust XO or XX1 system. You get a nice SRAM X1 crank, and then a nice white color. Specialized alloy bars. I believe these are a 35mm clamp size as well. All Evos are going to be a 35mm clamp size instead of the standard 31.8. You're seeing more and more mountain bikes go to that thicker clamp size to give you more leverage to pull up on the bar. You get a little bit of a rise. And yes, these are the Guide G2 brakes. So it's a 4-piston brake system. Looks like a 160 setup for the rotors. But the white is beautiful. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. That's a really clean looking bike. That's a nice entry point. $4,500. Someone will be very happy with that bike. Hopefully we'll see. Oh, they have it in stock in large. Wow. Wow. Almost a wow. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to go down to the... that's the one I'm looking for. Okay. So now this bike I think is going to be their most popular seller. This bike literally is the color is amazing, but the components and stuff you get for it are great. You have the Epic Evo Expert. Retail on this thing is 10,400 AUD. Let's go ahead and hit it with a bing. 67. So I'm gonna assume it's probably gonna be $6,800. I hope it comes there because $1,600 is not a bad price point for everything you're getting on this bike. And let me explain. We have here. First of all, I love the color. It's a gloss raw carbon color, and you have kind of this like chameleon green. And I love the accents on the shock right here. The SID accent on that shock right there looks beautiful. Okay, why does it do that? It's weird. You have the SID, so that you get an upgrade in the shock. You get a SID Lux Shock 110. Okay. Again, with the flip chips, you can do that. You have the SID Select, probably a gold, I'm gonna guess, on this shock system. 120mm in the front. You're getting an upgraded drivetrain system. You're getting a 1x12 SRAM GX Axis group set. This is a fully electronic group set. 12 gears in the rear, 1 in the front, electronic wireless shifting with a lithium-ion battery in the back, which is a huge upgrade. So that's a beautiful thing for $1,600. It should be standard on a bike like that price point. But another upgrade you're getting as well, you're getting carbon fiber rims. You're getting Revol Control carbon fiber rims. This is their newer rim. This is a 29mm hookless rim. That's a really wide. It's very nice, and they're super lightweight rim hoops. The hubs that come in here are DT Swiss 350 hub, and then you're getting a nice SRAM G2 brake system as well. 4-piston brakes front and rear, but you can see here the 350 hub right there. Looks great. We got a nice little chain guide on the front as well right here. We can see that's gonna keep that nice. But the color, I mean, the gloss raw carbon to me, I love, absolutely love. The bar is alloy. $6,800. I mean, you can save up and get a carbon bar later on down the road. You do have the dropper right there, and it's an X-Fusion dropper. I would like to see maybe a little bit nicer dropper, but it is what it is. Ground control tires. The wheels are tubeless ready. They will give you valves, but you do have to buy your own fluid, and the tires are tubeless ready. Ground control 29 by 2.35. Beautiful pictures, man. It seems like Specialized don't want me to have a job no more. They're doing some amazing pictures on here. Yeah, that's a nice close-up shot. So yeah, you can see here alloy bar, 35mm clamp size for the stem. You have Specialized lock-on grips, and all Epic Evos will have lock-on grips standard from base mount up. You have your control here and your air chamber here. Hot take, I think the Epic Evos should come with a dual lockout system for all their shocks, front and rear. If they did that, if they made a remote lockout on the lever, I think the bike would sell like crazy. It doesn't need to be crazy intricate. Damn, that color is fucking hot, dude. Oh my god. That's what I'm saying. This color is going to be beautiful. I think this will be one of the most popular selling bikes. Look at those pictures, dude. They really don't want me to have a job. Especially, they must hate me. And then they have a red. This is a satin rusted red. super rusted. I love the decals and the Revolve decals. That's the cool thing about these bikes. You buy them as is right now. You get this tier level. You don't get these decals made. I mean, of course you can buy them, but I'll just scroll down so we can see the colors I already went with the bike. Not bad. Sure look good in person. You gotta like red though. This bike can take a SWAT storage box and can also take 2 water bottles. You can take a water bottle here. You can take a water bottle here. You can take a water bottle right there. Here. And all these carbons are going to be 11M carbon. So all the ones are the exact same carbon fiber except for S-Works. So even the one for 5700 AUD, this is 11M carbon, this is 11M carbon, this is 11M carbon, the S-Works. Now here comes my favorite one. All day. They killed it with the Pro this year. So the Epic Evo Pro is now 14,200 AUD. We type this into here. I'm sure it's going to be expensive. $9,200. I'm going to assume it's going to be 9 because I don't see it being 9.2. Last year it was $8,800. Maybe they did a little bit, but they killed it with this bike. One, let's just take a second to admire the looks. Again, I'm a huge fan of the white bikes. It's a gloss white bike. Gold accents, are you kidding me? And the Epic Evo Pro, the Pro model, is the only tier they do a full Fox get up for the suspension in the rear and the front. And also they match with the dropper post. No other models do they do Fox. So this is the only one you can get Fox. If you want to run a Fox suspension setup, you have to go with the Epic Evo Pro, or you have to upgrade your shocks later on the road. But the aesthetics of this bike, the white with the gloss with the logos on there, the Kashima coated on the stanchions, the Kashima coated on the dropper post, amazing. Only downfall to the Pro the past 2 or 3 years was it came with mechanical XTR Shimano, which is really weird because it was still $8,800 price point bike, and it was coming with a mechanical group set that people kind of hated. They finally stepped it up. They took off the XTR. They got rid of the Shimano drivetrain systems. You can see that it specializes heavily on SRAM this year, and they came with a SRAM X01 Axis system, which I'm fine with. This is literally like XX1. Maybe 50 grams difference in weight. It's the exact same internals, but you get a 1x crank in the front, SRAM X01, carbon fiber crank arm, 32 tooth chainring. You get your chain guide here. You get an X01 chain. You get an XX1 cassette. Again, that's the same quality as the XX1. You're getting carbon fiber rims here with a DT Swiss 350 hub. Again, it's not the nice wheels. It's the DT Swiss 350 hubs. But where this bike shines is going to be, you're getting the Fox 34 front fork. You're getting the Fox float rear shock, 110, 120. And the Fox suspension is so nice. It's very supple. It's 2 different worlds compared to RockShox and Fox. It's going to come down to subjectiveness and preference to consumers, but Fox is just, they just know how to make suspension so well. It feels light and fluffy, but it's stiff when it needs to. It goes in the corners well, whereas RockShox feels more like it always has a platform and it always feels like you're pushing through it, and then the suspension engages. But man, that bike, it looks hot, dude. Hot. This bike, you do get a carbon fiber bar. So one, you're going to get a carbon fiber bar for $9,000. You're getting a race face stem 35mm clamp. You're getting the integrated SWAT tool here, so that way you can have an Allen key in case you fall and turn your bars while you're trying to do a jump. You can go ahead and fix those. You do have the flip chip on here. Now this is where the bike goes is different. The S-Works has a carbon fiber, which I'll talk to you in a second about. Beautiful pictures. You get the Fox dropper post right here. You get this specialized lock-on grips. We get the Axis controller right here. Again, these are SRAM G2 lever. These are the SRAM RSC G2, so nice. Not the Ultimates, so you're not getting a carbon fiber blade here, but still RSC is beautiful. They're going to have a ton of stopping power. You get a revolve control carbon fiber bar. Beautiful pictures. The gloss on the upper of this fork. Oh my god. It's not the exact same color. I think this is it looks like a rose gold or a bronze, but that looks sick. Imagine a bronze cassette. It'll set off. But again, this bike, I think in my mind, should come with a remote lever with a dual lockout for the front and rear shock. But again, Epic Evo Pro, beautiful. And now for the last one, the S-Works, the one that you guys have all been waiting for, 21,000 AUD. This is going to be the only bike that's going to come in 12M carbon. Let's do the configuration. 21,000. 13,663. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be on the north or the south side of 13.5 if I had to take a guess. And then we have here just an S-Works logo. This S-Works logo. You're getting everything top tier. You can assume that nothing will be left out. There is one difference to the frame that besides the 12M carbon. It's this yoke right here, this piece. This connection piece from the shock to the frame. Only S-Works get carbon fiber on there, which is a huge flex. I don't know if you can buy this aftermarket, maybe from like Specialized warranty, but that's a huge flex right here. Super lightweight, looks really cool. It's like a raw aesthetics carbon fiber, which I'll show you in the photos. But everything on this bike you're gonna get. No power meter, which is pretty weird. I mean, a lot of people don't prefer a power meter, but I think for 13.5, you should get a power meter on here. But you get an XX1 carbon fiber chainring, 32 tooth chainring as well, XX1 carbon fiber crank. You get the chain guide, you get the rainbow chain, you get the rainbow cassette, you get the XX1 Axis wireless derailleur. You're getting the Revol Control SL wheels, which these wheels are stupid dumb light with the Revol hubs, and they're a DT Swiss 180 internal, so it's a ceramic bearing inside there. These wheels together, front and rear, I think are 1,250 grams, lighter than road wheels. It's a 29 millimeter internal width. They're a hookless rim. These wheels are top tier. If you have a mountain bike and you want a nice upgradable wheel for cross country, talk about lightweight, rotating mass. These bikes on climbs, on accelerating out of corners, it feels like it's nothing. It feels effortless. I'm not even selling you there. I've ridden these wheels. I've ridden the demo of the S-Works Epic. It's game changer. You have so much width on that tire. You have so much bite going to the corner, but literally climbing, it's fucking phenomenal. You do get the wireless dropper post Axis as well. Huge plus. And then you get obviously the SID Ultimate SL shock, 120 millimeter in the front, 110 in the rear for the SID Lux. You get a nice little fender to let people know that you ride mountain bikes. You do get a carbon fiber handlebar. You get the G2 Ultimate with a carbon fiber brake lever. What do you guys think about the color? I mean, it's all right. I'm sure it's going to look good in person. I'm sure I'm going to nut over it in person. That looks like not a race face stem. That looks like a Specialized stem. You do get the SWAT tool. That's your wireless controller. That's your wireless controller. And then, I mean, the raw carbon looks sick. I like the raw patches. But that's the carbon fiber linkage right there. That shit's badass. That's like a flex, man. You show up with that to the trails, that's a huge flex. Yeah, see the carbon fiber there? You get the SID Lux Ultimate. Beautiful bike. Beautiful bike. It's going to be super light. I'm sure it's going to be crazy light. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Sorry it's a long one. I'll have timestamps down below of everything. I want to go over the whole line. As soon as I get these bikes in, I will have them weighed, colors in person under sunlight. And hopefully you guys enjoy the video. That's going to do it for me. See you guys next one.